Ghana TV International is really excited to say this special news to everyone out there. Bronx Community College started India Corner. What it is? It is a section in the library where you can find the book from the Indian authors like Rabindranath Tagore to anyone. It was our pleasure to meet all the dignitaries and all the diplomats in that occasion.
First thing, I would love for all of us to give a warm Bronx welcome to the Indian Consul General and his deputy. Can you please join me in welcoming? Gentlemen, for His Excellency, to put it in diplomatic terms, I want to say thank you to both of you for taking time out of your busy schedule to come to Bronx Community College this afternoon. Before you came in, I know there was a traffic hold-up. We were just talking about a wonderful experience and the opportunity that this relationship and partnership has provided for our students. And it's my hope and expectation that the dedication this afternoon of the books corner in the library will further strengthen this partnership and collaboration between both institutions. The first thing I like to do is that in Africa, where I'm from, they say every journey begins with a single step, and every networking begins with one connection. All of what we're doing this afternoon wouldn't have been possible without our professor here, Paramita Singh, that really started all of this. I want to say thank you to you very much. She's very humble, and she said, no, I have nothing to do with this, but I just want to say thank you to you for really giving us the full step to begin this journey. And in the network process, we begin the initial primary node or connection to really do this. On behalf of our students, I want to say thank you to you. Thank you. We have in the room this afternoon our Chief Librarian, Michael Miller. Thank you for hosting us in your library. We have our host, Luis Montenegro. Thank you for coming this afternoon. We have Dr. Eddie Bidell, who is our VP for Communications and Advancement. Thank you. We have David Neves, who is the Director for Governmental Relations. Thank you for coming. Richard Ginsburg, AVP for Communications. Thank you. Neil Phillips, who is the brain behind all of the trip to India and all the work there. And all of the students that were in India this summer, can you please stand up and let's recognize you. You're going to have an opportunity later to tell us about your stories. We all tell us that we didn't go with you, so we're going to take the stories from you. Susan Fio is also in the room, who's our labor designee. John Sanchez, and to all the other faculty in the room, I just want to say thank you for coming out this afternoon. Really, you know, when you come to think about it, really, although we just started a formal relationship with India, but India has been part of this community for a long time. I don't know if you realize we have students from about 101 countries, and guess one of those countries is also where? India. And if you look at our faculty, we have a lot of faculty members with Indian background. In fact, in one particular department, the chemistry department, 25% of the faculty were born in India. So we're talking about this relationship here, but India has always been part of our community here. So what we're basically doing this afternoon is to basically celebrate it and really become and formalize it. To have 25% of the faculty in one department from Indian background, I think that's really great. And you know, how did we begin on this journey? She started us on the journey, and we've done a lot of stuff since then. Back in April, the Consul General was here, the Deputy General was also here. Remember, we did a workshop here on campus, here at the other end of campus. We had a lot of students here with Chitan Singh Solanki from Indian Institute of Technology, who came here to talk about how we can use solar energy to promote nonviolence around the world. There were a couple of students that were there, you remember that? Then in June this year also, we were in the Consul General's office to participate in the United States-India Strategic Partnership Forum, which was another opportunity for us to collaborate. Then in July of this year, the Consul General and his deputy again really talked to us about what about sending students to India to really see on how we can really get our students from here to leave the comfort of the Bronx to actually travel to India? And guess what? We had about 15 students, not only from the Bronx Community College, but from LaGuardia, from Edgar Evers, and from all of CUNY who were there for 15 days in India. So I can go on and on and on to really tell you, but I think what we're doing this afternoon again sort of solidifies all of the baby steps that we've taken earlier on. And as I was speaking to my friend here from the people, I said to her, this is just the beginning. Once we commission the corner, the India corner of the library today, it's a further opportunity really to do more, not just with the consulate, but also with the people of India. And it's my hope and expectation that we're going to send more students there definitely next summer. But it's my hope and expectation that someday we're going to get students from India that will come to Bronx Community College, not only to study, but to visit and learn about our borough and the city of New York. So this is a great day and this is a good beginning.
I'm from the chemistry department, and I stand truly privileged and honored to address at this very auspicious moment of our institution. I find myself in a unique crossroad between India and Bronx Community College. India, on one hand, has her centuries of history and deep tradition, and Bronx Community College, on the other hand, with her own rich lineage of art and science. I'm so fortunate to belong to both these sides, and personally to have a bit of India in a cozy corner of our institution is something emotionally very gratifying to me. This library corner is a continuation of the journey, as President was mentioning. It started in February with myself and Dr. Philip. One afternoon we visited the consulate, and then it started one after another. We had the workshop, and then we are standing today to solidify it more. I'll take the opportunity to thank each one of you in this room to be a part of this ceremony. The evening wouldn't have been same without your presence. I'd like to highlight some contribution of some eminent personalities here. First, to our Consul General, Mr. Chakraborty, whose passion for promoting and sharing culture has been unparalleled. I'd like to thank you for taking the time to come here to inaugurate this India Corner, and thank you so much for your gracious support for all our endeavors. It means a lot to us. I'd like to express my gratitude to Deputy Consul General Mr. Sinha to join us in this occasion. Mr. Sinha has been a gracious supporter for our institution and all the collaboration. And to our own President, whose endless vision has made our institution what it is today. Thank you, Mr. President, for all your great groundbreaking endeavors. Without your support and encouragement, we would not have achieved any of our accomplishment. Thanks to Dr. Renee Mehra and Mr. Ragini for covering this event and supporting us. And of course, to the chairman of our department, Dr. Neil Phillips, I have no words to express my gratitude for all what you do and what you stand for. You have been the guiding force we have always been counting upon. And also to these beautiful students who are part of the study abroad in India, and hopefully we'll see them again, maybe if they apply for next year. Yes. Now I'm going to ask Dr. Philip to say a few words.
Again, thanks for everybody coming. I just want to reiterate what Parvin said. Thank you for coming. And thank you to Consul General and Mr. Sinha for this part of the journey. We started back in February, and we hope, and Dr. Montenegro as well. And we hope we can do more things and continue this journey in summer and other times as well. So I'd like to take this time to introduce Mr. Chakrabarty. Just a couple of words for us. Mr. Chakrabarty.
Namaskar, good afternoon. Thank you, President of CUNY Bronx Community College, Thomas Isikanetne. Thank you, Mr. Neil Phillips. Thank you, Paramita Sen. Actually, President, I am a bit unhappy today. Now I will go on to explain why I am unhappy. Because normally when you reach a culmination of an effort, one should be happy. But I am unhappy because I am wondering what next now. Because I am running out of ideas, and I would...
Diwali party.
Of course, seek your indulgence to suggest new areas of cooperation between Bronx Community College and the consulate. I will just say how delighted and happy we are here to be here today. Normally, the Consul General and the Deputy don't go together to any event, that's the protocol, unless there is a problem or unless we are very happy. So I want to assure you that there is no problem here. We are very happy. That's why both of us have come here together with our education officer, Mukta, who has worked very silently but very, very credited. Just want to go back a few months because our history of cooperation is not very old, it's very new, so it's very fresh in my memory. It started with this outreach by Neil and Paramita about a trip to India of the students. And we got very excited, so we worked on that together, and it has been very, very positive, and the relationship with the institutions in India is continuing. And in fact, the people you visited, they keep on coming and they keep on writing mails, and now it has become another task to continue that relationship. So I'm very happy that it turned out that way. Then we have had a few lectures by eminent persons. We had a person who came and spoke about solar technologies. And then we thought about the India Corner. I'm so happy that this is taking shape, and today we will inaugurate it. And then we have had several rounds of meetings. So now the challenge is how to sustain this cooperation, because we don't want it that when this team in the consulate goes away, that this cooperation has come to a standstill. So we have to work on our legacy. We have to work on making sure that this happens all the time. Diwali party is a low-hanging fruit. We can certainly do that. We are doing a Diwali party on 25th in Pace University. So we will come from that experience and we'll do a Diwali party here. That's certain. But what I was thinking is more sustained cooperation, in the sense that more visits, more exchanges. We will of course always send experts who come here in different areas to come and talk to your students. I think that's because this is an academic institution, and I want our focus to be on academics. I think we should do that. Other things are more sideshow. So we will now sit with your team and see what we can do next. I want to say that this India Corner initiative is a new initiative, and we have been quite successful in doing this. I think we have already done about 7 or 8 India Corners in various colleges and libraries around my jurisdiction. The latest one we did was in Norwalk, in the public library in Norwalk, in Connecticut, just a few miles from here. And so the demand is high, and we are reaching out to all kinds of libraries, whether they're community colleges or universities or public libraries, so that people know about India. In the 60s and the 70s, when India was dependent on grain from the United States, the US government decided that it will not bring back money from India, but when we paid for the grain, the US government said that instead of giving us money, let us buy something from India. And in the 60s, a few years after independence, we didn't have anything. We were not a manufacturing powerhouse, we were not an IT superpower. So they hunted around and they found that we had books. So at that time, all these Ivy Leagues and land-grant universities bought thousands of books from India in the 60s and the 70s. So if you go to, let's say, Ohio State Library, or you go to Yale or Harvard or even Columbia, you will find thousands of books on India, because in exchange of grain we gave you books. I think it was a very good transaction. It was a fantastic transaction. But unfortunately, when we became, or fortunately, when we became self-sufficient in grain and we no longer had to depend on the United States, this transaction stopped. So, our books in these libraries are from the 60s and the 70s, there are no new books. So we felt that, the new generation, and in the new, they don't know much about India. So we thought about this initiative, and we're happy that books on New India and diversity of India, those are being now given to libraries, and the reception has been very good. With these words, I once again thank the library leadership. I want to thank the librarian for giving us room in your home. Similar. Thank you very much for your kindness. It's deeply appreciated. And what we will try to do is to keep the donation active, in the sense that when we get new books, we will keep on sending some of them to you. And I want to thank the president, and I must say that some things are already cooking in our minds, and I will reveal to them when the time comes. So we want to keep this cooperation very active, and we have spoken about this to other community colleges, and there is reception and there is receptivity, and we hope to replicate this with other colleges in the CUNY system. Thank you very much, and I'm really honored and glad.
What they're learning relates to their own experience by looking at other cultures. If you had a chance to look at the book donation, you see examples of books on literature, on politics, on foreign affairs, on religion. India is a deep well of knowledge, a deep well of spirituality. It's a gift to the world. And it's proper that in lieu of payment of money for grades, that we got payment of books. Because those books really open up the world to another world, to our universities. And I think today's donation is really a continuation of that. The first time that I read about Buddhism or about Hinduism, about a religion that had thousands and thousands of gods, it blew my mind, and that was Hinduism. The first time that I read about the Bhagavad Gita, about the Upanishads, about the Mahabharata, that opened my mind to other worlds that I'm better for it, because I saw the world a different way, from another point of view. And that experience for me, I hope that our students get that as well. Through reading these books, through reading the great moral works of Mahatma Gandhi. I knew it was Muhammad K. Gandhi. I didn't know what the K stood for. Now I know Mohandas K. Gandhi. I couldn't pronounce his middle name though. The great work of Nehru. So the world really is really big. And our students, I think, don't realize if they don't read these books, if they're not exposed to these other worlds, the world remains small. And I think it's proper that we integrate all these opportunities for students to expand the world in literature, in history, in religion, in their coursework. And you mentioned, Honorable Counsel, that you're a bit sad. I think that if you let academicians talk to each other from campuses, from sister institutions in India and the United States, they'll make you happy. As Neil and Romita indicated, they'll find new and creative ways of making connections and creating these opportunities for our students. So I think that it's our role just to give them the avenue, give them the conduit, and they'll create great new things for our students. So thank you for the donation.
Thomas Sekenegbe, President, Bronx Community College. We're here this afternoon basically to dedicate the Indian corner of our library. The dedication of this corner this afternoon is a continuation of the partnership journey that we started with the Indian Consulate in New York. The benefit from this is really is as part of a strategic plan is to develop global citizens, and we want all of our students to be aware of what's going on around the world. So developing a relationship with India, which is one of the largest democracies in the world, I think people realize that it's a wonderful opportunity for our students, not just to get to know about the people of India, actually to travel to India and actually get to meet the citizens of India. And precisely we did that this summer with two of our own very faculty member and students from CUNY going on, I believe, a 15-day trip to India. Thank you. You're welcome.
My name is Luis Montenegro, Interim Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Bronx Community College. The event this evening is really a wonderful opportunity for an example of collaboration between the Consulate of India and the people of India with Bronx Community College. And it's an excellent example also of the wonderful work and dedication that our faculty have to create opportunities for our students to expand their horizons and to really become global citizens. The work that was done this past summer, which built out a set of experiences for our students dealing on the ground with issues of sustainability in an eco-village in India, was really a transformative experience for those students, as they will attest this evening. And it also extends a trajectory of opportunities that our faculty have done all around the world that provide these opportunities for our students in India, in Australia, and other venues by a wonderful faculty led, at least for this particular project, from chairperson of the chemistry and department and some of his faculty. This is unique to our campus. I don't think many campuses in the CUNY system at the two-year level have the kind of experiences that our students have. And this wonderful collaboration with the government of India and with the people of India is really, as I mentioned earlier, something that our students would not have elsewhere in the CUNY system.
India is a great place. When I've been to Australia, I've been to Spain. I didn't want to go to India. And I took my students to India. We took students to India with Professor Sen and Dr. Skeet from Medgar College. And of course, the president was very supportive of us going there as well, give us the funding. And when we got to India, we never left India. We're still in India right now. It's a great place, and we connected very well to the people in India. And this event today is one leg in a collaboration that's going to be, hopefully, will last a long time between Bronx Community College and CUNY and India as well. So we're very grateful for the donations of the books from the Consul General's office. And again, we hope that we can continue the collaborations and do things much in next summer as well. Well, the students, they had a great time. I mean, all of them, they was selected. We had a very rigorous process to select the students. And they all, again, they're top students, but we also had a diverse group of students from many different countries, from Dominican Republic, from Albania, we had students from Guyana, from Ecuador, and they all came from different backgrounds, and they all blended very well together and became a family in India, and really did a great job to help. We did a lot of charitable work as well. We set up a weather station over there, which increases the weather coverage in Maharashtra Strait immensely, and the students did an excellent job in working with an orphanage. We worked in an orphanage and did some donations. We worked at Help Edge India, which is a non-profit organization in India, in Mumbai, and great job did it. We helped do a lot of good things over in India. So the students really came back with a lot, and they hope to go again, but we might have to take a different group of students next time.
Hello, I'm Daniela Baez. I'm from Dominican Republic, and my major is Liberal Art and Human Services. I'm grateful to be part of the study abroad program in India. We learn about sustainability, how to live a simple life, gardening our own food.
Hi, my name is Sparkle Slim. I'm from Ghana and I am a chemistry major. When I got accepted to the India study abroad program, I knew that we were going to engage in sustainability projects like setting up weather stations and living a sustainable life. But on the trip, we also learned a lot of things that are very personal. We went to the schools to visit children, and we helped them to serve lunch, which is a project that is done throughout the year from Monday to Saturday every week. And we were able to visit Help Age India, where we talked with the older people, and they gave us a really good advice and told us to love before we could help other people. We should also help ourselves, and we should also think about our grandparents that are here, and also remember that they're human too, so we should not just ignore them when we are outside.
Hello, my name is Lisa Concepcion. I'm an accounting major here in BCC. I'm also from Dominican Republic. And about the trip to India, I would say that this Study Abroad program was a great opportunity for me. We learned so many things there, as my partners say, from living a sustainability life to install a weather station. Also, we got the chance to meet with the Prime Minister of Education there in India, so we get an insight about how it is the education there. Also, we visited one of the 7 wonders of the world, which is the Taj Mahal. And we did all that while we were wearing a backpack weather station, which was great for us to know how was the weather there and everything. So it was a great opportunity.
Hi, my name is Maricelis Rodriguez, and I'm nursing major here at BCC, and I'm from Dominican Republic. I think this would be a great thing for the community, for the neighborhood, because now they can have access to the weather prevention. Now they can have access to the temperature, to the humidity, and things that they before didn't have, and now they have more knowledge about it. And also during our visit to the India, we participate in different sustainability workshop and low impact lifestyle workshop, and also we went to different technology institute to talk about how these instruments that we bring, the UV and the carbon dioxide functions, and we also talk about the other study abroad that here at BCC they do.
Today we inaugurated the India Corner at the Bronx Community College. The consulate has been working closely with the community college for the last several months in several programs. One, of course, was the student exchange program. So students from the Bronx Community College went to India and worked with Indian institutions on several scientific projects. And now our hope is that students from India can come and spend time with their counterparts here, and the community college can host students from India, because two-way exchanges are very important. The students in India should understand the global perspective, what's the problems that the USA faces. Similarly, these students who had gone from Bronx Community College worked on environmental and ecological issues. The India Corner will help in creating greater awareness and understanding about India. As someone said today, here there are books from all corners of India, and I think that's the spirit. This is our 8th or 9th India Corner library that we have set up in the last 1 year, and this program of the consulate has really picked up. I want to take this opportunity to ask viewers of your television channel that if they want to set up an India Corner in their college or public library, please get in touch with us, and we'll be happy to set up such corners.
I'm Paramita Sen, faculty from Chemistry Department, Bronx Community College, part of CUNY. It's a great day for us. We have the India Corner inauguration by Consul General Mr. Chakravarti and our President Sekin Egbi. Being an Indian faculty, it was definitely a day where I was very touched. But this is a journey, and we started this journey with a collaboration with the Indian Consulate and CUNY, and we are taking students for a study abroad in different parts of India. And also now it has extended so much, and it was a spiritual journey, and we are trying to bring students from India to US, and especially to visit our campus and to stay here and work in different labs. So we are looking forward for a concrete collaboration, and every part is like getting very smooth, and lot of help and efforts have been given by the consulate's office. This is a great endeavor where CUNY is showing interest, and also consulate is showing a lot of interest. Looking forward for more collaboration and to strengthen the relationship between India and US. Okay, thank you.
Okay, so this is a solar-powered weather station that we've installed in different parts of the world. We've done it in Spain, in Mallorca, in Townsville, Australia, and also in Maharashtra in India, in the eco-village, in the Govardhan eco-village. This is a rainfall collector. It runs on solar power here, for example. Runs on solar power. It has all the equipment to measure temperature, humidity, solar radiation, so you can tell when it's sunrise and sunset. And it also measures UV ultraviolet radiation, so you don't get skin cancer. It has that detector as well. These are the detectors here. that can measure solar radiation sunlight and also ultraviolet light from the sun to measure it, so make sure you don't get hurt by skin cancer. So it's a very high quality equipment. It's not very expensive. It costs $1,500 for the most, and we hope to do more of these installs in Maharashtra again. We did a check of the stations installed in Maharashtra already, and there's not many of them, and this can significantly increase the coverage of weather, maybe for 20-30 miles. Because the one we installed is in the Western Ghat Mountains, which has a lot of rainfall, and it's again a very important region for Maharashtra and for the farming areas in that area.